After a couple of tough losses, I decided to return to my comfort deck, a US/British control deck that I've had a lot of success with. We'll see how it goes here today on Legendary Tactics. So I decided to just go back to my favorite deck, or at least the one that I've been enjoying the most lately, which is a US control deck with some British cards mixed in, and it's always served me well. So I'm up against the Soviets here, and I should have noticed that the back of the cards were black for this, and I didn't notice it right away, or I didn't understand its import. So anyway, I started out as my usual game. I discarded mulligan the strong cards, the strong early cards, in looking for a bit of a ramp up to the cards that are, say, 3s and 4s. But I drew in my strong bomber, the B-17, and the artillery 6 value artillery there. And I'm seeing a lot of cards that I don't recognize, but I'm seeing cards that are being boosted, and that makes me nervous because I really didn't know what to expect here. So I played my HAVOC. Which I really like it. It's a bomber, and it also adds to the operational cost of enemy units, so just costs some more to use, which is great to slow down my opponent. And I'm seeing a lot of Russian cards here that are making me maybe a little bit uncomfortable already. I'm having to read these cards because I haven't seen them before. And I don't know what happened. Just all of a sudden, I'm going up against cards decks that are full of cards that I don't know, and I'm kind of wondering why these players are playing at my level, which I believe is Sergeant at the moment. And I can see where this deck is going. Lots of boosts and things like that going on. His HQ's up to 27. When I say he, I don't know, it's just a number, 790100627. But anyway, I take out the front, regain control of the front line. I'm still going to play my game and see what I can do. Just boost my HQ up defensively, but already I do not like where this is going. You can see those units are becoming pretty powerful. And that Russian 7-5, that is kind of a devastating card to see, because there's a lot of damage there, and there's only so much that I can do at the moment to stop that and make sure that I take that down. But that lowly 0-1 has grown into a 5-6 and a 3-4, and suddenly we've got a lot of potential damage here. So now my credits are getting up there, back up to 7. So I will have some flexibility here, and it's just a matter of what I can do. So I'm going to use my 400. Sorry, I was considering using my 101st Airborne, but I was kind of scanning around, just trying to figure out what the best option would be, and I figured Guard might be the best option, just to do what I can to absorb the damage that's coming, protect my artillery, and unfortunately, those cards keep getting better and better. And then there's another 7-5, and already I can see where this game is going to go. And it's not too happy, that's for sure. So I'm up to 8 credits. I'm looking for some cards that are going to do some damage. Of course, I end up getting that. Only doing the 3 damage on that card, which was killable last turn, but is now boosted up. So now I've got to use up my Airborne here and take advantage of its ability to do a bit of damage on the support line, but I've got to take that card out. And so it costs me that Airborne card, and that is not good. I'm just seeing, I'm actually surprised, because this the deck that I have had been doing fine, and then suddenly started running into these crazy strong Soviet decks. I guess this is what they mean by Soviet aggro, because I've done a video earlier in my cards career here where I'd said that that Soviet aggro wasn't that great. But now I'm seeing, well, yeah, with a lot of combinations, you can actually do fairly well with it. And now it's just a matter, in some ways, of survival. I'm hoping that my deck, as some of the more powerful cards come into play, that I'm going to be able to hold my own at least, maybe turn the tide a bit, but I'm not too optimistic at this point. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, yeah, you want to have the combinations which are boosting and all that great stuff. That's obviously going to be a huge help. But at this point, I think it's more about how long can I actually survive against a deck like this, especially since they're dropping these cards that I'd never seen before, like Reich Research and so forth. So playing this card was, I figured I would do a pretty decent amount of damage by destroying one of the enemy right away. You know, I figured that would be well worth the price of admission, and it was. But now we're taking some damage here, and I do not look long for this world, so we'll see what we can do to hang on. But I'm seeing all these technology cards in this deck, and that's something that I had not seen before, and I honestly wasn't sure what to make of it. However, I thought, well, you know, I'm sure they're super powerful cards. What this my opponent is doing at sergeant level is beyond me with this kind of a deck. But anyway, it might just be that there were some cards purchased, and they're moving up through the ranks, and I'm just one of the innocent victims along their way. Red October, amazing card. This expanded Reich R&D. Again, not even sure really what it's doing. I'll have to do some research on that. But yeah, I'm facing a 9 and 11, and it's going to take a good lot of my resources just to get this guy. So I'm gonna lose my a couple of units here just trying to take this thing out. And my artillery finishes it off, which is great. I've still got some credits, and I'm going to drop this one. I'm going to go with the armor. I hadn't seen a lot of Air Force yet, so I figured it would be better as something anti-armor, anti-tank gun essentially. And I've got some artillery, so maybe I can take out some units on the support line before they get up to the front. Now there's Royal Research, so that's interesting, and a 1/8 Soviet card, and I'd seen this in another aggro deck as well. Now they got synthetic rubber, and that gives them, of course, +4 defense, and then match the attack to the defense. So it's a 12/12. So yeah, I'm in rough shape here trying to take these units out. They're just so devastating. So I'm gonna stuff my front line with some decent cards, something that can take out that unit. And actually, if I get another shot at it, the artillery should be able to take out that unit without too much trouble. And we should be able to actually move into the front line depending on what is played next. So there's that one, which is a healing card. Now suddenly that isn't going to be as easy to take out. And still, my opponent still has 8 credits left. Does some damage to a unit. You can see, and the 34th guard's a 6/6 going down. That's not good. Drawing a couple of random units into their hands. So there's a lot of really good cards. Now I can use Awoken Giant here, so I'm gonna look to math this out a little bit and see how I can use my Awoken Giant. So and I did a bit of a miscalculation here. Oh no, actually, sorry, that worked out. Actually, sorry, I was able to draw a card. That worked out, and now I'm able to potentially advance into the into the front line and play my Sherman to get some card draw. So that worked out. I drew some okay cards, but nothing spectacular. And so at least I'm holding my own here. I don't know how well I'm going to do if these technologies keep coming out, but we'll see how it goes. Now we have advanced Reich R&D. So there's some R&D happening, some big cards probably coming out. So now I've got to decide how to best use my my cards here. So I'm going to use my artillery to take out the big unit there. And my view is that I want to see if I can do some damage on the big units. And I'm just thinking about, I want to use the supply front, but I want to be able to repair as well as boost. So that's the main advantage there. So I'm kind of looking at the best combination. And oh, sorry. Well, I guess yeah. That's we'll boost them up. So I've got a reasonably strong front line now, which is exactly how this deck is supposed to go. And then look at that, 12 credits, wipes out everything. How is this fair? I have no idea. That is just, and especially at my level of play at Sergeant, that is just brutal. So I don't really have much that I can do now. I still have some good cards in hand and so forth, so I'll do what I can here, but that was really devastating. I had no idea that was coming. Those techs are, I'm sure that they cost a lot of credits and so forth, but man, that is just devastating. Just to have all units destroyed like that, and especially when I built up a fairly strong group there. Anyway, but hey, no, just got to recover, rebuild, and hang on as best I can. There's a bombing raid there that destroys my my strong unit there, and more royal research going on. So there's a lot of stuff that is new to me. I'm sure players of the of the game at a higher level know exactly what is happening. But not a lot that I'm able to do at this point. I'm just going to try and take out the stronger units as I can. Get some, basically load up my support line. Now I'm basically all in, and my opponent has 4 cards, which is not good. But in some ways, I'm actually pretty proud that the deck is held out as long as this, because really it shouldn't have, especially with all this expanded royal research happening and these giant cards coming out. Really, it's amazing that I'm able to to hang on as well as I have been. Now, my draw, the 506th Airborne, is not a great draw. It would be better to have a more powerful card, obviously. But we're going to do what we can here to get our card draw from Awoken Giant. See what that does, and that gives us the first Airborne, which is great. It's going to take some time to build that up, though. So at this point, I'm just hoping that I can free up some space in the support line and keep playing cards. But yeah, but I'm getting down to brass tacks here. I don't have a lot in the way of options. So we'll do what we can to hang on, but we of course lost control of the front line, and there's some big cards arriving. The 461st rifles looks like they're a fairly a strong card as well, so we're gonna have to just do what we can. And those, the problem is with that 5 attack means my air cover is going to get wiped out, and the problem is I really want to hang on to that air cover, because I don't want to just spend all my units attacking and taking them down, because I need to have some options. I need to have something to do to hang on to. So I'm gonna have to watch this, but really there's not a lot of options at this stage for me. I need to buy a bit of time for my airborne if possible. Yeah, I just... and I miscalculated there because I didn't realize that you couldn't do any damage on that unit with air cover, so, or air power. So that was a bit of a wasted move, but again, I'm down to brass tacks here. There's not a lot of options, especially since there's a lot of boosting going on and attacks on my HQ from afar. And yeah, like it's even if it was a one-turn thing where they had to take some health, some hits to their health, really not a lot that we can do. Just push back the strong unit, buy us a bit of time if we can. And yeah, this is basically I've always been a big believer, honestly, in playing down to the very last, because I think that you can resign early, but I think there's opportunities sometimes to learn in the end game and seeing what it happens and what's played. So I want to make sure I'm giving it my full attention and see what I can do here. So even though it's not much, I play my Sherman. It's all just not much I can do at this point. Just attack that super strong unit, and this is it. The end of the game here, but I'm kind of proud as far as how long I lasted, because this was a tough opponent. There was nothing I could do. I don't think that deck was beatable for me. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed and watching this, even though it was a loss. I hope you gained something from watching this journey, and hope you'll join me next time here on Legendary Tactics.